Why use the
I plug the recharger, remove that one. Plug the recharger first, then remove that one. Sharp. Use only one of them. When you don't connect and let me know. Don't remove her. Man. Yeah. Okay.
Better. Okay. What we do? We stay here. We will stay here. I don't want distraction. Eh? Yeah.
I don't go there.
Yeah, you go there here.
No go that far.
Yeah.
Just, so that because of the signal.
Okay, all right. You tell us to start, we go start there. Maybe it's down here. Here go better for us.
Pepperest.
Pepperest,
Oui.
Sorry, man.
Yes.
Actually, the mask is up here.
Zoom in to their face. Then they drag them like this small. Zoom in where? Then they drag them small. They go like this. Zoom in. Zoom in. Like that.
You're waiting for a signal.
Hello, sir.
Okay.
Yes, yes, that is I perfect framing that. Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes. Yes. Okay, sir. And the settings, you can see the quality now. The quality is quite different. Yes, I think it's already very used to the camera. That's why it's just a simple click, wow, and everything is. Yeah.
See this guy number 9. He gave better physics. This guy.
I told you this time that
Let me tell you, he gave better physics on him. That for see here. And a small boy. Hi. Yeah. Small boy. See, look at. Hi. Paul on watch you. Ah, very nice height, man. I want to watch him now. Oh, you guys thinking that we start, Abby? Carlo. Marvelous. Destiny Michael. Precious.
Hello, sir. I've seen you guys. I brought it.
this try to do.
Why?
Second game there.
Again, meeting.
Oh, I don't want time. There. I will for meeting. Thank you. Sorry. Thank you for the. Okay. All right. Okay. A very good morning to everyone. Welcome to the Enyimba International Stadium, venue for the match between Supreme Kings Football Club of Umaya and Pepperest Soccer Academy, all based from the capital city of Umaya. Is the National Youth League Cup, the second season running. I'm here live with Better Carlo. Better Carlo, good morning to you. Terrific atmosphere. We are ready for what looks like an eye-catchy rumble between two sides from the same city. We could say it's actually going to be a derby affair in the cards here for the Supreme King and Pepperest.
Definitely, it's going to be a derby, and we're expecting this game to come alive in the next few seconds. And from the look of things, both teams are ready to do what they know how to do best. This game, the first leg of this game ended 3-1 in favor of Supreme Kings, who came from a goal down to win 3-1. And we're expecting to see the response from Pepperest FC. This might just be the return leg from perhaps it's Pepperest FC at home, and we'll see what they'll be able to do. We are in for an intriguing game, and in the next couple of seconds, we'll be able to see these people take to the field.
Obviously, the atmosphere speaks volume of what looks like a promising and a thrilling encounter. We talk about Supreme Kings Football Academy. It's actually been a very lively outfit, so ambitious, based over there, Bakala, Mahia South local government area. And I feel definitely with the kind of quality being provided by Coach Kelechi Eje, obviously, victory is within touching distance. But let's see how it pans out for both sides. A quick, rundown of the match list for both. We begin with that of, Supreme Kings Football Academy. In goal for Supreme Kings, jersey number 31, Kentus Kelechi, towering goalkeeper, who looks so promising. Jersey number 29 is Abat Marvelous. Jersey number 18, the captain of the side, Oyim Prince. Jersey number 6, Michael Precious. Jersey number 5, the lanky centre back, Destiny Michael. Jersey number 18, fleet-footed winger, Joshua Udoha. Jersey number 17, another white man, Define Atwanya. Jersey number 10, charismatic playmaker, Ohamesi Anthony. Jersey number 22, Emmanuel Osonde, the lone striker. Jersey number 20, Ghost Time, Ihan Ato, and another beautiful player for Supreme Kings. And jersey number 4, complete the starting lineup, diminutive, inspiring Chinenye Ahutogi. And for the substitute bench for Supreme Kings, Obert Favor, jersey number 32, Chisom Kalo, jersey number 12, Ghost Time Okoro, jersey number 42, Inyang Elijah, jersey number 21, jersey number 15 is Chisom Chinedu, jersey number 23, Amachi Obina, and jersey number 2, Simon Emmanuel. Better quick rundown of the team list for Pepperest Soccer Academy.
All right, for Pepperest Football Academy, we have Nzenwa Emmanuel wearing the jersey number 16, Edo Lucky wearing jersey number 28, Christopher Jerry with jersey number 23, jersey number 4 is Kurakme Blessing, jersey number 6 is Ikenna James, and jersey number 20 is John Beatrice. Balakumo Senator, jersey number 24, Obamui Son, the jersey number 2, Okechukwu Wisdom, jersey number 9, Zelu Izuna, jersey number 21, and jersey number 13, Abdul Kingsley.
Academy, and from the man with the shirt number 13, Abdul Kingsley, who looks so promising early on here. What an opportunity to get an early lead. Unfortunately for the big striker, the goalkeeper for Supreme Kings, Quintus, Kelechi had answers to what looked like a very scary moment for Supreme Kings Football Academy. It's a training advantage, but they saw that early chance there from Pepperest. That looks so promising from the last, also from the capital city.
Absolutely, that looks promising, and they started well now. That should have been the opener there, but then the goalkeeper rose to the occasion, and we would have seen Pepperest gone ahead to get the opener, just as they got the opener in Umuahia last week.
Abdul Kesile, the man whose moment has been the headline conversation here. They still hold on to position. Jersey number 2, Abayo Musondo wins a 2 advantage for Pepperest Soccer Academy. They're trying to muster an early dominance there. Obviously, like we did state earlier on, it looks like a derby. Derby capital, we can call it the capital city derby. And it's living up to its billing. As soon as possible now, Oyi in place. The captain for Supreme Kings. Costa Mihanacho, probably not Dekomo, wins, and the footmen there. That is all half. They are increasingly growing to confidence better. Supreme Kings Football Academy.
Definitely, they are growing into confidence, and they were stunned in the early moments of this game by the fast and pacey game of Pepperest FC, who wants to just get that early goal, but then it didn't work for them. And Supreme Kings are building up; they are coming back into this game. They know that if they have to get anything from this game, that they will have to raise their game, and we've seen them raise their game in the last couple of seconds.
Player advantage, Supreme Kings Football Academy now, marvelous. Albert. Costa Mihanacho. Aucho Guchinenye. Still on the ball, confidently. Tries to pick out Joshua Udora. So dangerous on the flanks. Possibility beckons for Supreme Kings. Puts it in the box. The man with his blue shirt, all had answers. Opportunity yet again. Headed away brilliantly by the man with the shirt number 4. Finally, they win an infringement there inside the position half. Talking about Supreme Kings. Already taken. Destiny. Michael Precious. Costa Mihanacho. Michael Destiny. Anthony. Back to Destiny. They exchange passes intermittently. What a brilliant piece of play. Typical of Supreme Kings Football Academy. Costa Mihanacho. Dekomo. Possibility breakers now. Opportunity. Offside call by the goalkeeper. Maybe said so. He's there. Talking about goalkeeper. Emmanuel. But we thought it was the moment for Supreme Kings Football Academy.
Yes, that would have been the moment for Supreme Kings, but then before they got into the box, the flag was already up, so nothing would have, even if the ball was in the net, it wouldn't have counted for anything. But then you have to praise the good build-up there, moments of beautiful passes from the boys in red and black, and they're just knocking on the door.
Obviously, they're knocking on the door. The goalkeeper now, Emmanuel William, made himself so huge for Pepperest Soccer Academy. Takes it out. Marvelous. Albert. Joshua Udora. Such a brilliant winger for the Kingmakers, as they fondly call themselves. The lanky Destiny Michael, best state born centre back for Supreme Kings. Now they win possession of Pepperest. Nzewu Izuna. Confidently, he brings it down. Michael Precious, Hamesi Anthony. The most dominance in this context. Opportunity becomes now. The goalkeeper, Nzewu Emmanuel, comes off his line to calmly gather, much to the delight of his backline, who seem to be a little bit shaky. The opening stages of this context. Barakumo Senator, he wins an infringement there. Obviously, the men in blue and yellow, talking about Pepperest Sports Academy, all seems to have answers to the early threat being posed by Supreme Kings Football Academy. It's still a barren statement here in the opening stages of this contest. Let's not forget that this is a contest from the National Youth League Cup. Contest between Supreme Kings Football Academy against Pepperest Soccer Academy. A thrilling contest that was dubbed, the capital city derby. Both sides are all based in the capital city of Umuahia. We will not be mistaken if we also see, as it's being fondly called. You still remember in the Thailand Serie A, whenever it comes to the contest between Lazio and AS Roma, you call it the Derby Capitale, the capital city derby. That's what we're having here at the Enyimba International Stadium. The contest between Supreme Kings Football Academy and Pepperest Soccer Academy, still a goalless affair. Obviously, the opening stages of this contest has lived up to its belief. As better can also shine this sentiment.
Definitely, it has lived up to its billing. We expected these boys to give us a thrilling game, and Pepperest started well. They almost got a goal in the opening first 2 minutes of the game, but then we'll see how these boys, the Supreme Kings, have grown back into the game, and they're now asking all the questions. They want to get the goal in this encounter, and Pepperest themselves are also trying to keep them at bay. It's been a thrilling encounter so far, and we expect that in the coming minutes we'll be able to see more of this.
Obviously, in the coming minutes, we'll be able to see more of this, promising scenes here at the Enyimba Stadium. In place, so confident on the ball. Dekomo, as it's fondly called, that's Ghost time in Hanacho. Still Ghost time, back to in place. Beautiful piece of play from the ball from opportunity now. A chance to pick out this something Shepe Chigozi. That's Divine Atuanya for Supreme Kings. The pressure kicks building up here for against Pepperest Soccer Academy. Destiny Michael up to send the ball back to his own goalkeeper. Talking about goalkeeper Kintus Kelechi. Michael Precious. The win position. Edo lucky for Pepperest Soccer Academy. Ikenna James. He's doing this possession now. Goes time opportunity now. Oh, Osondu. Emmanuel Osondu being dispossessed there by that blocking center back for Pepperest Soccer Academy. Michael Kelechi, a very reliable central defender for the Kingmakers. The call from the center referee comes to his own favors. Match being officiated by a trio of experienced match official, headlined by referee. Go to Kenga now. In Prince. Costa Mihanacho. Tries to shoot from such a reasonable distance, being blocked by the opposition defenders for Pepperest Academy. To an advantage. Supreme Kings. They seem to have dominated play for the past 10 minutes, talking about Supreme Kings Football Academy. Like you said, they've really grown, into this game. And now we've seen them, mustering that dominance, which obviously speaks of one thing. We are in here for the maximum victory.
Definitely, they've made a statement of intent that they want to get this victory. They want to get it. They want to do it 2-2, and they've been doing a very good job. We've also seen the influence of some of the players who have done so well in the first 10 minutes. The captain of the side there for Supreme Kings, Oyin Prince, has been dictating play for his side in order to make sure that they get that opening goal. And then
Okuchukwu Wisdom being fouled there by Kelechi. That's Michael Precious. Benjamin called there, and the captain of the side caught up the blessing on the ball for Pepperest. He takes it on. Offside call against the goal of Bayumi Sunday and Balakumo Senator for Pepperest Soccer Academy. Advantage Supreme Kings. It's the match 2 of the National League Youth Cup here live at the Enyimba Stadium. Friday contest between Supreme Kings Football Academy and Pepperest Soccer Academy. The battle of the academies, all based in the capital city of Umuahia. Playing advantage is still a goalless affair here at the Enyimba Stadium. Marvelous, Albert, Costa Mihanacho, Kelechi Ahochogo. Diminutive is physics for the Kingmakers. Battle Ghost time. Charismatic playmaker there for Supreme Kings. Marvelous wins back now. Ohamesi Anthony DX. Good neglect player. Atuanya, divine opportunity, clear the way there by it again. The man who has been so impressive at the back for Pepperest Sports Academy. Ikenna James, who obviously has exhibited a form of leadership at the back for the Oya base side. Horribly taken. Oyun Prince, Anthony Ohamesi, second in the box there. Calmly gathered by the ever impressive goalkeeper Nzengwa Emmanuel.
That shows that the Supreme King sides are trying to do everything they can in order to get the first goal in this encounter. They've been working so hard for it, and the Pepperest FC have been on the back foot. But I think that Pepperest should be able to control this game from the back and also build on the momentum with which they started. They've been overwhelmed, at least in the past 5 minutes, because Supreme Kings have come running at them. The technical crew should be able to find answers to the surge of Supreme Kings. If not, if they do not find answers to this, they may just go behind in this game.
Coach Igado Andro should find answers to the surge of Supreme Kings. A couple of times has been pressed inside his own half by the Kingmakers. Ohamesi Anthony tries to pick out the adventurous Divine Atuanya. The it must be a moment of criticism from the center referee between Kenta. One will play on. Now train advantage to the Kingmakers. Oyun Prince, Gostami Hanacho, Destiny, Michael. Best State Bond, lanky center back for the Kingmakers. Ohamesi, what a play there for the Kingmakers opportunity. Oyun Prince opportunity back on. Oyun 1-1 header. The highest goal. As Messi, what a huge let-off for Pepperest Sports Academy. Better.
That was it. That they would heave a sigh of relief. That was a well-worked one from Supreme Kings there. Beautiful passes there, and then it fell to the captain Oyun Prince, who swung in that beautiful one, and that would have been a clean goal for Supreme Kings. But then Marvelous didn't get his head just well for that one.
Marvelous Abad ought to have done better. So is the message from the lines there from the technical dugout of Supreme King, led by Coach Paul Okechukwu, who felt so distraught with that criminal miss on the right back, who has been so impressive in this context. Now, Korabe Blessing. Nzewu Izuna. Unfortunately for Bella Como, Senator, he couldn't keep on with that. Lost sumptuous pass there from the middle of the park, off the legs of Balakumo, Senator. Emmanuel was on the for Supreme Kings. Michael Precious. Emmanuel Osondo. That wasn't the best of controls there from the young striker. Opportunity to break us. Oyun Prince retrieves back beautifully to avoid that dangerous moment now. Dekomo. Such a charismatic playmaker for the Kingmaker. He picks out Joshua Udora. Dangerous on the flank. What a beautiful control, better for that left-footed winger for Supreme Kings, Joshua Udora.
That was a fine control there, but I feel the medic should come to the end of that player. It was a dangerous tackle there, and the referee spotted it well. The first yellow card of this game, and then yes, the medics are going in. I think the player needs medical attention because of the way that kick came in, and Supreme Kings have the free kick in a dangerous position. Perhaps they will just fancy the chances of getting a goal from this one.
The delicious pass there, swing of play there from Costa Mihanacho. Found the PC Joshua Udora, who got better off Christopher Jerry, shot number 2034. Pepperest Sports Academy, the first player to be brandished a yellow card in this context. It hasn't been the best of tales for Pepperest Sports Academy. They've been absorbing pressure, like you pointed out earlier on. But Coach Igado Andrew has to come up with something, different for a balance of play here. As it stands now, the Kingmakers have had a lion's share of possession.
Absolutely, the coach will have to come up with something like that. They started well, and then they've capitulated to the overwhelming surge of Supreme Kings. The coach Igado have to find something to do. And some people say that the best form of defense is to attack. His side should be able to do something to peg Supreme Kings back. But in the absence of that, Supreme Kings, who have been the better side, will keep on the sword, looking for that goal. And until they get that goal, they will not rest. Igado will have to find something to do for his team. At least do some work on his midfield, because it seems the midfield has collapsed.
Anthony Ohamesi on the ball. Set piece responsibility falls to the Golden Eagles playmaker for the Kingmakers. We got a couple of tall figures there. Destiny Michael pressures on the board. In the box opportunity now. Headed away by the still danger locks for the Pepperest backline. Obviously, a sign of relief finally for the backline, having defended so brilliantly. Quickly taken there by the goalkeeper. Now to Abayumi Sunday was being brought down there by Anthony Ohamesi. Obviously, they've been finding it so difficult to play from their own half. They've not really mustered that, courage going forward. Safe for what we score early in the first opening contest of this game. Ever since then, now opportunity now for the Pepperest Academy. That's weak shot there being blocked by Destiny. Korabe Blessing. He's been shining brilliantly in the middle of the park there for Pepperest Academy. Shed number 4, who obviously has really, responded to the brilliance of the guys from the Supreme Kings. He seems to be the standout player. Little wonder has been given the armband for that leadership role. Talking about the jersey number 4, Korabe Blessing. Now opportunity now for Pepperest Academy. Sending the boss. Calmly gathered by the lanky King to Skeleton. Quickly taken. Now to Emmanuel Osondo. He chased it down brilliantly. Still Emmanuel Osondo for Supreme Kings. Joshua Dora. Ghost time. Ihanacho. Marvelous Albert. Back to Ghost time. Degomo. Assist only call Anthony Hamesi. What a player better. Oyim Pacey. Still in pace. They seem to have this synergy, they seem to have this cohesion among themselves, the Kingmakers.
Absolutely, they seem to have this cohesion. They show you that they're a team that has been together for a very long time and well coached as well. They're doing a very good job in this game. You can see that this game is just about the experience in the midfield for both sides.
That was an offside call against this centre forward for Supreme Kings, Emmanuel Osondo, as he was spotted to have been in outside position. Though the goal would have counted if it evaded the goalkeeper, Nzengwa Emmanuel, but he had access to the less troublesome shot from Emmanuel Osondo. Now, Jenyan Hochogo tries to pick out Abba Hilary. Meanwhile, Abdul Kinsley wins position back for the Pepperest guys. Still Abdul Kinsley. Led away by Destiny Michael. To Korabe Blessing now. To Ikena James. Edo Lucky. Beautiful piece of play there for the Bucky centre back. Now, Obamiri Sunday. They seem to be also growing in confidence in this context. The Pepperest guys. Christopher Jerry standing in the ball. Opportunity. Led away by Abbott. He couldn't give it in. Korabe Blessing. They seem to have a fair share of their own position. But now, it looks like the second player to be in the bad books of the center referee. The referee, Gochukwu Kemka, trying to make that critical decision there as the players academy are all around him, trying to see if they can win his leniency. Obviously and sadly, it wasn't meant to be so, as the center back for Pepperest Academy, Edo Lucky. Now the second player, and also the second player from Pepperest, to be brandished a yellow card. Better we're going to see how far these cautions would be for Pepperest Soccer Academy, having seen both of the players on the yellow pages of the center referee's book. It doesn't speak well for the Umaya Bay's outfit.
It definitely doesn't speak well for them, and to the fact that these yellow cards have gone to defenders makes it even more dangerous for them. The boy who got this one now, John Bitrus, he has been fantastic in this game, and that makes him even more careful in defense. Now he won't be throwing those tackles anymore, and it's difficult for them. They must keep it clean at the back, which shows that they also have to do something about their discipline and how to go for those tackles. So if they don't nip this in the ball, they could just see someone go down to the dressing room.
And when they are reduced numerically, and as much as they have been dropping pressure, the Supreme Kings has really enjoyed the lion shot of position. The worst that could happen to Pepperest is for them to go one man down. So they really need to be disciplined, like you pointed out here. Michael pressures on the ball. Now, Chineke Ahuchogo. Ohamesi Anthony. Costa Mihanacho. Say Costa Mihanacho, the player who makes the best of decisions for the Kingmakers. Joshua Dora. Say Joshua. Costa Mihanacho. Destiny. Michael now. Oyin Prince. Beautiful left back. The captain of the side for the Kingmakers. Prince for him. On the ball. Takes it hurriedly. That's the pick of the Emmanuel Osondo, who control brilliantly now. Opportunity. Get away by. That was a half clearance gathered by the goalkeeper. Zenwa Emmanuel for Pepperest Soccer Academy. Now, John Bitrus. Still in their own half. Great advantage. Supreme Kings taken by Haba Hilary now to Costa Mihanacho. Hamesi picks out Destiny Michael. Oyim Prince. Still Oyim. He couldn't get past. Set number 24. Brilliant pick of play there from Balakumo Senator. Now, Emmanuel Osondo on the edge of the box. Possibility looks there for the Kingmakers. Unfortunately, they had the best of either, but they left back at the captain for Supreme Kings on the outside position. As the assistant referee had his flag raised up against the young left back. Balakumo Senator. Back to the goalkeeper Zenwa Emmanuel. Edo Lucky. The ball recognize off. Joshua Udora to hand Pepperest Soccer Academy goal kick advantage. Edo Lucky. The Kingmakers seem to be pressing them in their own half. Obviously, they refuse to let them breathe. They refuse to let them make those intentional runs out of their own half. That shows tactical dominance from Supreme Kings Football Academy.
Absolutely, that shows tactical dominance, and Supreme Kings have not allowed them play, and that's making the difference here. They are contesting every ball, even in the box of Pepperest, and that makes it difficult for Pepperest to play from the back. And then we've seen John Bitrus, who collected the yellow card, who collected the second yellow card for the side. He's made 2 errors from defense, and that makes it difficult for him.
Obviously, that's of Okechukwu Wisdom, the tall lanky striker for Pepperest, seems to be struggling in this context as he has to find answers to the defensive partnership of Destiny Michael and Michael Precious for infringement call. Advantage, Pepperest now. Edo Lucky and caught up with Blessing on the ball. Izeru Izuna. Costa Mihanacho brings it down brilliantly. Just to look at the ever adventurous Atwanya Divine. See Divine on the ball, he wins it. Headed away by Edo Lucky. He takes it from the distance. Emmanuel Osondo. Udora Joshua, possibilities. Blocked there by the center backs for Pepperest Soccer Academy. Zuna. Michael Precious now wishes for Supreme Kings. Oyun Prince. Say Oyun Prince. Abat. Marvelous. I must say the shot number 23 for Pepperest. Christopher Jerry seems to be very busy down the Left side, continue with the likes of Joshua Udola, Marvelous Albert, Oyin Prince against Senator Balakumo. Advantage, Pepperest Sports Academy. With the way both sides are playing, we would say breaking the deadlock. It's just within touching distance. They've really showed us how intentional they've been, the Kingmakers. They don't want to get their noses in front, and their style of play speaks volumes.
Yes, this game, as it has been progressing, I feel that this game should have gotten us a goal at this point.
Yeah.
Because we've seen Supreme Kings doing all the pressing, they've asked all the questions, knocking on the door. But then Pepperest have kept their own at the back.
But now, possibilities! Balakumo Senator had one of the best chances of this contest. He was being picked out there from the middle of the park.
That was a fine pass there from the midfield to Precious there, but he didn't choose his spot well.
Yes.
And he just ballooned it over. That would have been a surprise for this game, because it's obvious that Supreme Kings have been dominating in this encounter. And you know, sometimes in football, dominance does not really give you goals. You can dominate for a very long time, and the other team gets one opportunity, and the ball is in the net. And that would have just happened if the striker had already done his job well.
Okay, so Balakumo Senator was being picked out by the captain of the side. Was picked out by Korabe Blessing. What a brilliant pass there. Defense splitting, but he had a worst of finishes there. That was the moment they all have yet for, especially for Coach Ikado Andrew, who has been on his toes on the lines, dishing out instructions, tactical instructions. Clean advantage. Supreme Kings. We're taken by the captain of the side, Prince Oyim. Mohamed Anthony, what a beautiful piece of return pass there to defend Antonia from Mohamed Anthony. They've returned position back. They want it back. Talking about Pepperest Sports Academy. It looks like a train advantage there for Pepperest Sports Academy. Two balls on the. The player has been called upon by the center referee now. Play started. Train advantage. That's now. Advantage, Supreme Kings, Soccer Academy. The Kingmakers are yet to break the deadlock as much as the rest guys, Pepperest. Costa Mianacho. It was being fouled there. The players of Pepperest seem not to be pleased with the decision of the center referee. Gochukun Kemka. Notable figure in the Nigerian Premier Football League. Talking about the center referee. It seems to be, one of the best in this current generation. Coach PFL referee. Now, the number 2. Working advantage to Supreme Kings Football Academy. Kitu Skelechi to Desina Michael. Back to the defensive. Fatman. Precious Michael. Aocho. Chineye. Desina Michael. Marvelous Abbott. Players of settings. Center referee. There's a beginning ball clear away by the opportunity. They seem to be making the best of the zone in the final third, especially when they're on the edge of the box. The Pepperest Sports Academy better.
Definitely, they've had their own chances as well, just like like Supreme Kings have had their own chances, but then I think for me they've had the better chances in this game, and they've not been able to be clinical. We saw that one missed by Balakumo Senator some minutes ago, and then this one they've come into the box a couple of times. They should be clinical if they want to get something out of this game, because they are not getting the possession, but then they've been able to work on their counter-attacking style of football.
Divine Atwanya seems to have been put in the position. Yes. The defender for Pepperest Academy had different ideas. That was Edo Lucky, who was also being flashed at the back there for Pepperest Academy. Free advantage, Gostami Hanacho for Supreme Kings Football Academy. Taken by Ohamesi. Now they've got the time now to break for the wide areas. Pepperest Academy. Wisdom. He tries to pick out Abdul Kinsley on the flank. Opportunity now. Say Abdul Kinsley. Oh, the wayward delivery there. Not the best of crosses. Brilliant piece of play there from the race guys. Here's Atwanya. The retreating Kenya James. Oxford safety has been applauded by Ebe Loki. He had a better of Divine Atwanya to hand to bring in the twin advantage. Already taken by William Prince. To Hamesis Anthony. Now back to Michael. Diminutive Auchogo. It's been dispossessed. It was an infringement. More to the displays of the liquid. Player of Izunu and Kuragwe blessing for Pepperest Academy. Gostami Hanacho. We could say that this Gostami Hanacho should be dubbed the trifela master. The way he dances on the ball, the way he picks out his pinpoint passes. He has really been a player to watch for Supreme Kings.
Absolutely, he's been a player to watch for Supreme Kings, and you also have to give credit to the midfield of Supreme Kings. They've done a very good job in this game, switching play whichever way they like, and you can see how they turn, and the ball is back to the player we are talking about now.
Gozami Hana turn on the ball. He has to pick out the Mayala Sambo. John Petros shares the ball to safety. Advantage. Supreme Kings. Playing advantage to Supreme Kings Football Academy. Joshua Dora. See Joshua Dora on the ball. Kelechi. That's Chinenya Hujogu. But to make it precious. Gostami Hanacho. Auchogu Chinenye. But to Gostami Hanacho. Michael Precious. Get away by Edo Lucky. Michael Precious and Destiny Michael. The two Michaels at the back there for Supreme Kings have been so interesting and impressive there at the back. They've tried to take care of the threats being posed by the opposition, Pepperest Academy. I must say that the cohesion amongst these duo has been so impressive. Ohamesi Anthony, Oyin Prince. That's a decorum there from Ohamesi Anthony. Setting the ball, straight away by Lucky Edo. Auchogo. Gostami Hanacho. Precious Michael. Ohamesi Anthony. Back to Auchogo. Exchange of passes intermittently there from the Kingmakers. First time. Ohamesi. I must say the opportunity, offside call, the exchange of passes from the trio of Gostami Hanacho, Ohamesi Anthony, and the demotive and inspiring and impressive Chinenya Auchogo have been so amazing to watch here, better.
Definitely, it has been so amazing. They've been the architect of whatever Supreme Kings have done here. When you have a very good midfield, it makes it difficult, it makes it easy for ball movement for every department on the pitch, and we've seen Auchogo, he's been fantastic in midfield, driving the ball for his side, and then we've seen Gus Time trying to do it as well. So it's been a good game for the trio who are trying to do what they can to get the goal in this encounter.
Opportunity! The referee turns a black eye to watch the technical takeover of Swinging. Deemed to have been a sporting advantage. After the brilliance of Chikaze, beg a pardon, defender Antonia in the box now. Gosami Hanacho. That's a pick out the Manuel Osondo. Goalkeeper Zenway Manuel. But then you saw the brilliance of defender Antonia. We felt that it was a great advantage to Supreme Kings.
Yes, I thought so too, but then the referee was closer to the action. He saw it all, and then this brings us to what we've been talking about, that the defense of this side, Pepperest, should be careful because of the way Supreme Kings have continued the surge against them. If they're not careful, that would have been a penalty, but then the referee was closer to the action. He made his decision. Perhaps it was a 50-50, and he chose the side, and it's still in line with what he wants to do.
Balakomo Senator picks out Okechukwu Wisdom, the lanky striker, who hasn't been really convincing here in this context. Balakomo Senator. Now it's Edo, Lucky, who has been saddled with our throwing responsibilities for Pepperest Soccer Academy. Obviously, the derby has lived up to the billing here. The derby capital A, the capital city derby. A whole lot of, amazing and intentional, ambitious soccer academies, all based there in the capital city of Umuahia. We have the likes of Right to Win, New Generation, Pepperest, Supreme Kings, all in one city. We will say that the Umuahia city has been turned to a hub of football, better, unlike the Enyimba city.
Well,
Praise for him. Divine on the ball. Still Divine. It takes a long shot from such a lengthy distance, being blocked by the center back of Pepperest. Gosami Hana turn out. Michael Precious. Ahuchogo Chinenye. Praise for him. Sila Ahuchogo. He receives a adventure. It is possessed by Edo Lucky, who is inspiration for the Pepperest Soccer lads. Christopher Jerry. Kuragbe blessing for Pepperest Soccer Academy. Ikenna James. Balakumo Senator, a player who has been so dazzling here for the Pepperest lads. Zero Zuma, who looks so sluggish on the ball. Obviously, he was thrown on challenge. I wasn't surprised he was being dispossessed. Zero Zuma, that wasn't the best of characters from the young midfielder, Betel.
Definitely not the best of characters. As a midfielder, you are supposed to scan your space. He didn't do that. He had the chance, he had the space to be able to pass to his teammates, but he wanted to dribble, even though he saw two red shirts in front of him and he was dispossessed, and then he threw in a tackle and got a foul there. That was indiscipline from him.
Abdul Kinsley on the ball for Pepperest Soccer Academy. Let's go evade. Abat. Marvelous. It's Abdul Kinsley. Abdul Kinsley. Izuna. Ikenna James. Tries an ambitious shot. Less troubles on there for goalkeeper Kintus Kelechi, who has been so quiet in this contest. He hasn't been tested aggressively. I must say that he has been the less busy of the two goalkeepers here, Emmanuel Osondo. Oyem Prince. Now, Bamuyi Sunday. That's a big at Abdul Kinsley. I played advantage to Pepperest Academy. Could have been a blessing. Abdul Tesere. Sere Bagay. Wisdom of the Jubu Feto. Let's get on his impressive height. Better, I must say that the young striker hasn't really big confidence in this contest. What a brilliant delivery. We thought that he would have gotten that ball thanks to his impressive height, but it wasn't to be so, much to the dismiss of Coach Ikado Andrew.
Absolutely, he should have anticipated that cross, and he was the tallest player in the box at that moment. He should have gotten that, but then his anticipation was low, and he didn't do anything. Well, I expected him to have been more livelier in this game, but then we've seen Senator being more lively and getting the chances. I expected the marksman there to be able to do something, but then that one has gone missing.
Costa Mihana on the ball for Supreme Kings. Destiny Michael. Costa Mihana. Plays for him. Mohamed Anthony. Mohamed Anthony, the advance forward. A little bit of step overs on the ball from Mohamed Anthony. Leaves it rudely, pains on the ground. As Balakumo Senator never gave him space. Free advantage to the young midfielder for Supreme Kings. Still a goalless affair here. Match the two. The ongoing National Youth League Cup here live at the Enyimba International Stadium. The contest between Supreme Kings Football Academy against Pepperest Soccer Academy. We are yet to see deadlock to be broken. Ubakala plays outfield, talking about Supreme King had been the promising, looks much promising. Gostan Ihanacho on the ball. Pace Oim. Let's trouble some there, shot there, taken by Praise Oim. Wisdom, Okechukwu now on the ball. The lucky striker. The retreating Destiny Michael has timely answers to the threat almost being posed by the young striker Okechukwu Wisdom, who hands the Pepperest Soccer lads a corner kick advantage. He seems also to be growing in confidence in this contest. Pepperest Soccer Academy, they've really matched the threat being thrown at them by Supreme Kings Football Academy. Corner kick advantage. Abdul Tesre swings in the box, headed away by Udola Joshua. He's going to take celebration flies, which is wide off of the target. That wasn't bad at all, Betel.
That wasn't bad. Yeah, it was with good intention, but it just went a little bit high. I was feeling that they should have done it. They should have done better with the advantage in the box, because they had many players in the box. But then I think they should have done better, even as we've seen for the 5 minutes in this encounter.
And the center of the face off, proceeding to climax. There has been an end-to-end stuff, deadlock, yet to be broken, balance of play. Relatively, it has been the young makers who had a lion's share of possession, but it wasn't to be so in terms of scoreline reflection. And it ends after 45 minutes of thrilling contest here at Enyimba Stadium. Supreme Kings Football Academy new, Pepperest Soccer Academy new. We'll be back for the second 45. Do join us. Okay, we're back for the second 45 minutes of an interesting encounter. Match day 2 of the Nigerian Youth League Cup. A clash involving Supreme Kings Football Academy and Pepperest Academy. And the second referee gets hostilities underway here. Better we saw what was obviously an interesting first 45 minutes where Supreme Kings really dominated play. Maybe they would continue from where they stopped as the second half gets us running.
Definitely, maybe they will continue from where they stopped, or maybe Pepperest will wake up from their sleep. We've seen that in the first half, both teams had a couple of chances which were not converted, and I'm expecting to see goals in this second half.
Obviously, we're expecting to see goals as Abdul Kinsley wriggles his way past a couple of oppositions. First effacement of the half. Yeah, in the second half, Abdul Kinsley, a player who's from brightly down the left side of the pitch, contending with the likes of Marvelous Albert, Destiny Michael for the Kingmakers. Abdul Kinsley really gave an impressive account of himself in the first half. We'd love to see how he passes out here in the second half from the young winger for Pepperest Academy. Now, Korabe Blessing, inspirational captain for Pepperest. Balakumo Senator. Say Balakumo. A handful of players that really live up to the billing in the first half for the Pepperest Soccer lads. Izunda back to Balakumo Senator. Say Balakumo. Out of his position. Emmanuel Osando. Loses the way past that. Couple of yellows. Blue shaded center backs for Pepperest. Still Emmanuel Osando. Now finally plays at Atonya Divine. Back to Emmanuel Osando. Ever impressive. Collaborative blessing. Now. Abat. Marvelous. Applies his weaker foot from that promising position. Venjako was a goal kick advantage. Obviously, two substitutions to be effected by coach Igado Andrew. Notice that you're going to see shed number 17. Finally, look at Joel and Bitrus Yamida to be introduced in this context for Pepperest Soccer Academy. Early injection being effected by coach Igado Andrew. Better, are you surprised seeing this?
No, I'm not. And this is an attacking change. He has seen that his team is getting it right in defense, keeping the defenders, keeping the strikers of the opposing team at bay. But then the little chances they've gotten have not been able to be converted. And then we've seen him pull out the striker Okochukwu Wisdom for Bitrus. And this is a good change for me because Okochukwu Wisdom has not really done so well in this encounter. And then the coach has, like you said, has made this substitution, and I'm hoping that it works for him.
Obviously, the duo of Okochukwu Wisdom and Zewi Zuna have really been below performance. We saw that in the first half. So we are not surprised the substitution effected by Coach Igado Andrew. Hamesi Anthony. Yes, go to the village man. Silo Hamesi. Visit the ball there. Cleared away by the last from the Pepperest Soccer Academy. Young, recently introduced striker with the blonde hair. Seems so useful and strong there for Pepperest Soccer Academy. That's funny, look at Joel. Alongside Bitrus. Yeah, let's see how impactful they would be here for Coach Igado Andrew. Now, opportunity to for Pepperest. Ambitious shot taken there by Abdul Kinsley, being blocked by Michael Precious. Divine Atonya. What a play there. Also, intelligent of the winger there, better set number 17, Divine Atonya.
And that is exactly what you expect to see when you're watching young boys play. The flair should be there. And we saw Atonya try to do it faster on that defender, but then he didn't complete it.
Bitrus Falu, look at now, opportunity now. Led away by Marvelous Abat. Divines, such a charismatic winger there down the left side of the field for the Kingmakers. Precious Michael. Emmanuel Osondo. Still Emmanuel Osondo on the ball. Gosta behind a draw. Player who really stole headlines in the first half for the Kingmakers. Osondo Emmanuel. A little bit of stopovers there for the young striker. The disgruntled supporters for Pepperest Academy shout back at the referee. The game is getting a lot more interesting. The jostling for supremacy, bragging rights. Obviously, is the derby capital A, the capital city derby between Supreme Kings, Club and Pepperest Soccer Academy. Who's gonna own the day? Who's gonna take the bragging right back to the city of Umaya? All to be played for as the Kingmakers has been handed a free kick advantage to be taken by the centre back, Michael Precious. Scary moments, never times for goalkeeper Zenwa Emmanuel and his back line. Michael Precious on the ball for Supreme Kings Football Academy. Could it be the moment of all yet for Michael Precious on the ball? Opportunity beckons for the Kingmakers. Send in the box. Great idea, maybe lacks accuracy. Better, could you have done better for that position?
Perhaps he could have done better, but that he got that one. It was almost in the net. Good intent, but then the execution was not properly done. And I feel that perhaps he wanted to just score, and he had some red shirts in the box. I was also waiting for that one, but it was a good one. But like I said, the execution was not properly done.
Diminutive playmaker for the Kingmakers. That's a big out. Atoya Divine. It's another play. Where's Leon? Balakumo Senator. Kurabe Blessing. It has a big out. Young striker introduced now. But a look opportunity. Almost. Finally, look at draw. The player lucky into the gathering. Victor Simon, broad hair striker, obviously has made his mark in this contest. Better.
Absolutely. Since Luka Joel came into this encounter, he's been having a good game. He's shown that his substitution into this game was a deserved one. He's gotten the ball a couple of times. That would have been an own goal there, but he's done a good job since he came on into this encounter. And like I said, it's an attacking substitution from the coach, and it's already paying off. If that would have been a goal set for that timely intervention by Supreme Kings.
Obviously, he has the left arms working within the stands here about Pali Luka Joel. Was it rational for Coach Igado Andrew to have left him on the bench all throughout the first half? You saw how influential he has been, having been introduced recently. Fali Luka Joel. Let's just say that he will leave the door of Michael Precious and Destiny Michael on their toes, because he is a perfect young forward here, ready to strike. Now, set number 7 now, Victor Yamida. Let's not forget Victor Yamida, who was also being introduced alongside Fali Luka. Double introduction being made by the Gaffer has really been inspiring and promising for Pepperest Sports Academy.
Absolutely, that is what we expect the coach to do, read the game and see where his team is deficient and then do something to change the encounter. Since the introduction of Petrus and Luka, it has been attack upon attack for Supreme King, for Pepperest FC, and the context of this game has changed. As we can see, both sides have been able to get opportunities in this encounter, and we just hope that in just a couple of time, in a short time, we'll be able to get a goal in this encounter.
Led away by the back line now. Fali Luka Joel, so dangerous on the ball, and pacey and strength. Opportunity. It's another play. Let's play on. The adventurous run of Fali Luka Joel was caught by the lanky Destiny Michael. Abdul Kensri. He picks out Balakumo Senator opportunity. What a collision. King Chris Kelechi and Balakumo Senator. So scary. Obviously, the attention of the medical personnel needs to be called upon better.
Definitely, the attention of the medical personnel is called upon now, and that was a fine one. The goalkeeper, Clinton Quintus, coming out to get that one. That would have been a very dangerous one for his side. And just like we were talking about, the added impetus for this Pepperest FC side after that 2 substitutions, they've now believed that they can get a goal in this encounter, and they are attacking with intent. And we have seen we've seen this game change actually from midfield to attack, and also Supreme King FC have also known that Pepperest have done 2 changes, and a lot of things have changed for them too, and they are now trying to see if they can get that goal. It's now been an interesting encounter so far. An encounter of both sides. Pepperest have had their time, Supreme Kings have had their time, and the game is living up to the billing. Just like you said, it's a derby of 2 sides who know themselves well, and it's not expected to be easy.
We must give credit to Coach Igado Andrew for those substitutions that he effected, like you already pointed out, added impetus. Dali, as finally look at Joel and Bitrus Yamida have really changed the contest and the playing style of a team that's seemingly struggled in the first half to hold on to possession, but now they have that courage, they have that determination, they have that boldness going forward. We must say that the coach, Brandon Redmond, was wrong. He spotted out the Achilles heel of his own side, and that's why he effected those changes, which has brought vigor and rejuvenation to his team. Now, James Anthony, brilliant step of us now. Divan Antoine takes it on the beyond the play by the back line of Pepperest Academy. Out of Chigoze. Chinese opportunity. Hilary Pepperest. He strikes from the end of the box. Danger yet to be averted now. Still the Supreme King slats. Only plays 7-1 in the box. Evades. There's a Dora who tries to keep it in the play. He's advantage left winger here. A couple of losing players there for the Kingmaker. They are the Kingmaker.
Have every right to brag about themselves. They've already shown it. They are playing like kings. They want to get a goal in this encounter. Team play. They have a couple of talented players who have made the difference in this game. The only thing remaining for them is the goal. For me, they've had a very brilliant game in this encounter, and they've had a couple of great players as well who have been doing well in this encounter. Talking about Gostai Hanacho, who's been pulling the strings in midfield, and then Chineye Ahochogo, fantastic strings in midfield, and then Chineye Ahochogo, fantastic midfielder. He's done. They've done a good part of the job, right? And I believe that in subsequent games we'll be able to have enough security in these venues. First, they have a good pitch to play on. They have members of the Red Cross. There's an ambulance there, and I believe that in subsequent games, some of the things that were not done right will get better. And we also have the fine media coverage of the event. So it's a step-by-step process. Then the Youth League started last season, and then this season we expect that it becomes better and better. Perhaps in the next game or in the next 2 or 3 games, we'll be able to see more fans, we'll be able to see more fan engagement, and also, like you said, security. Despite the fact that nothing is happening here, nothing wrong is happening here. But then security is a prerequisite for a game to begin, and I believe that those in charge of this game would have looked at everything and certified the game to begin, and we are having the game.
We look at the player there being helped out. That if we would see continue. Play being halted by the center referee. The player still within the playing turf. Has been helped out by the members of the Nigerian Red Cross. That's the man with shirt number 13 who has been so lively for Pepperest, Abdul Kingsley. Michael Precious. Michael Precious, Destiny Michael. Prince Oyim. James Anthony. Sending in the ball there. That's the pick out of Slightly headed by the juggling striker for the Kingmakers. Goal kick taken by Enyimba Emmanuel, a goalkeeper whose future looks so promising. Faliluka Joel. This is a player that has presence offensively for Pepperest Sports Academy. Christopher Jerry. Tessin. Out of Chineye. Bitrus Yamida. Korebe. Now back to Lucky Edo. John Bitrus. Both sides, they seem to have really known each other what they can be able to do. I must say that the prediction factor there is so crucial and so visible in this game. You look at both sides have really sized each up. Know how they can play tactically, and this is what is happening here. Maybe that's why it's been so difficult for either side to have broken the deadlock. But let's see how it pans out in the coming minutes as Kostamiana tries another one of his tricky passes here. Auto Chineye on the ball. Opportunity now for the Kingmakers. Pressing. Block ball again. The clear lines finally. A sort of goal scoring tries to be executed by the Kingmakers. Yet again, goalkeeper Enyimba Emmanuel had answers better.
Good goalkeeping from the goalkeeper in the first half. He was not tested like this, and Supreme Kings have had two of such chances where they've really put him to the test, and he's risen to the occasion. He's done a very good job, and Supreme Kings should have gotten a goal in that one if they had been more coordinated. They had the numbers in the box, but they were not able to use their numbers in the box. But like you said, you also have to give credit to the goalkeeper who made sure that his side is in this game and have not gone behind.
Obviously, you have to give credit to the goalkeeper who is down, writhing in pain. You really have to call out the attention of the medical personnel, the match officials signaling for the goalkeeper to be attended to. You're here to see the placement of the wounded player Abdul Kingsley as shed number 14 is coming on. Shed number 14 replaces the wounded Abdul Kingsley. 14 in on for shed number 13. Temporarily, they had a numerical disadvantage. Pepperest Sports Academy. Long throw right from Gosami Hanacho. Position, Emmanuel Osando should have done better from such goal-scoring position for Supreme Kings. What a wayward header. Goal advantage, Pepperest Sports Academy. Enyimba Emmanuel takes it. It looks like a multiple. The player, shot number 23, really in pain. Christopher Jerry. No longer taking us with the trial of substitutions from coach Okochukwu. The Supreme Kings, we'll be seeing homegrown talent. Kingsley Eke. The Obohill bred left back for Supreme Kings alongside Chisom Chinedu, another tricky winger. I'm not forgetting left-footed, amazing Chisom Carlo, soon to be introduced by the Kingmakers. We are yet to see what this substitution would yield to the Kingmakers. We saw what the double introduction effected by Coach Igado Andrew for Pepperest Academy, how he changed the tempo of their game plan. We are left to see how Coach Ikechukwu responds with his own substitution. Only time will tell better.
Absolutely, only time will tell what to see how how his players will respond to this. He's had the better of the ball possession since the first half. His team have possessed the ball. They've had chances to score, but they've not been able to put the ball at the back of the net. And I'm thinking that he's going to bring on strikers or those who get the goals for him, because for me, it really doesn't make a lot of sense for you to possess the ball for a very long time without scoring, and that is exactly what Coach Okechukwu Eje will be looking at, getting in players who get the goals for him.
Obviously, he's descending the ball. Van Player, who looks so dangerous on the flanks, with a corner kick advantage for Supreme Kings. Players are struggling to cope with the climatic changes here. The Elephant Park temperature obviously has risen within 31 to 32 degrees. Issues here as both sides are struggling to get the deadlock, yearning for goals, but it hasn't been an easy pathway for both teams. Particularly strong in there by Mohamed Anthony. That was a deft header. The centre back, Michael Precious. Let's see the substitution will be affected by Coach Okechukwu Eje. Interesting times lies ahead for both teams. Who's going to end the bracket right here in this contest? This Capital A draw between Supreme Kings against Pepperest Sports Academy. Fali Luka draw. Go down. Destiny Michael. Blessing. Kurakbe. Inspirational captain for Pepperest. Takes it. Headed away by Destiny Michael. Yamida. See Yamida on the ball for Pepperest. Another interesting, amazing player to watch. Pressure to him. Keeps it alive for the Young Kings. They come on. Now. Balakumo Senator. Such a gifted young man there for the Pepperest guys. Foul. That was a free net called there by the center referee. And the try of substitution effected. We are seeing the try of Emmanuel Osondo. Trainer Ahuchogo. Joshua Udora. Withdrawn for Chisom Kalo. Chisom Chinedu and Kingsley Eke. For the Kingmakers. But then it looks like a promising substitution effected by Coach Okechukwu Eje. Maybe it's too early for us to draw into conclusions.
Maybe it's too early, but then he has shown that with 3 substitutions on the go, he just wants to get a goal in this encounter, and we've seen him pull out Ahuchogo, who has been doing well in
Pandemonious moment there between goalkeeper Kintu Kelechi and the temperamental Fali Luka duo. I'm not sure both players will seen their names on the Euro pages of the center of Facebook. Oh, it's only Kintu Kelechi, the goalkeeper. Who gets his name?
And I was wondering what he was thinking, leaving his goalpost to come out to challenge a player outfield. So I don't know what he was thinking. And he deservedly got his name into the referee's book.
Yeah, obviously he deservedly got his name into the referee's book. Goalkeeper Kintu Kelechi. who has been the less busy of the two goalkeepers in this context. Carlo Chisholm, left-footed and dangerous. They call him Yaga. Ohamesi, Anthony, Divine, Atuanya. Such a dangerous winger there for the Kingmakers. Being mosquito on the ground there by Bitrus Jog. Throwing, advantage, Supreme Kings.
No space for you.
The man, Bitrus on the ground there, has been helped by a teammate. Obviously, it has been an interesting contest here. The lock here to be broken. C'est le goalless affair. Right for the Enyimba International Football Stadium. Anthony Hamesi, Oyin Prince. Miscue for there. That's hands. Supreme King, the corner kick advantage. They keep asking the questions here. Sadly for the Kingmakers, the answers have been far within reach. Better.
Definitely, the answers have been far within reach, and the coach Okuchukweje knows that he must get a goal with all this possession, and that is why he has made those changes. And we've seen the immediate impact already, that they've had a couple of chances already with the changes already made, and they are still in contention for the first goal of this encounter.
It is ambitious for the about Marvelous. Last time Joe. Let's troublesome for goalkeeper Ezenwa Emmanuel. The goalkeeper is getting it, is counting it. Almost. It was just lucky to have escaped the. What could have been a crucial decision from the goalkeeper to the part of the center referee. Having almost evaded the 8 seconds allotted to goalkeepers.
I wonder why. I wonder why he's resorting to time wasting. It's still early in the game, and you're not winning the game. You are resorting to time wasting.
He's lacking to a certain style in Wabali, the goalkeeper for the Super Eagles. Talking about Stanley Wambali, he once played here for the People's Elephant. So he was used to this terrain. That's a tough battle, tough contest between Bosami Hanacho and Korabe Blessing, the captain for Pepperest Sports Academy. Eventually, the referee's whistle goes to the favor of the 20th Costa Mihanacho for Supreme Kings. Michael Precious, Destiny Michael. The two Michaels at the back there for Supreme Kings have been so brilliant. They've got this understanding within themselves. Ball playing center back. Tries to pick up Jason Carlo. Opportunity beckons for Supreme Kings. Control, but position being lost. See the Pepperest guys. The advance forward now. Balakumo Sineto. What a player he has been. And that pass couldn't get to Joel. Luka Fali. Now, Kesileke. Sileke, Kesileke on the ball. Left footed. Balakumo. Yamida on the ball. Luka. Being dispossessed by Michael Precious. Chisom Carlo. The testing of this game has really like interest in the Heavens battle. The young kings are making asking questions. They let on here. But the blue shirted lads from the capital city all had answers, and they're still having answers to what has been some scary moments for Pepperest Soccer Academy. See Ohamesi, Anthony. That's the pick out Chisom Carlo, the new entrant. The goalkeeper gathers to safety, Betero.
Definitely, this game shows that the way they've played shows that it's a game between two teams that have known each other well, and just like we said, the first leg of this encounter ended 3-1 in favor of Supreme Kings, and Pepperest would not want that to happen again. They are fighting hard to make sure that it doesn't happen again. They get their own pound of flesh, but then Supreme Kings have been everywhere. It's everywhere you turn to. It's the red and black. It's a red shirt and black short everywhere. They want to get another victory in this encounter. They've been dominating, but then the only thing lacking is the goals. And Pepperest FC are just hoping that they'll be able to score and provide that upset.
It looks like a game that is destined for a shout out spoils. But it's still early days here, as far as I'm concerned, but we've had some flashes of goal scoring moments from both ends. Twanya Divine is possessed by that centre back. Ikenna James has been on his toes from the first blast of the race in the first half of this minute.
But a barren share of the draw of the Spurs will not do justice to what we've witnessed in this game. We are supposed to have a goal in this encounter. We've had a feast for our eyes. We've had chances from both sides. In the first half, we saw chances for Pepperest. We also saw chances for Supreme Kings. We need a goal in this encounter, and I'm just hoping that in a short time we'll be able to see one of the teams get a goal in this encounter.
Balakumo Sineto, what a player, better has been so lively for Pepperest Academy. He looks so efficient and strong on the lines. Sineto Balakumo, shed number 24 for Pepperest.
Absolutely, he's had a very good game in this encounter. Had an opportunity in the first half. You saw that one. He had an opportunity to get a goal, but then his shot went wide. And not just about what he does offensively. You see him come back to help the defense, and that shows you. It seems he's playing with extra lungs. That shows you the commitment with which he plays, and he's one of the most reliable players for this Pepperest side. They rely on him for attack, and he comes back to defense to help. And that shows a player who is determined and committed, and a player who wants to go places.
You look at what he has been able to offer to the Pepperest, team. Has really shown character in this context. What a player destined for strides, going forward in his footballing career. Advantage to bring his throwing. About Marvelous. He opts for Michael Precious. Blocked there by the ever Fisher Fali Luka Joel. Gosami Anacho. IMC Anthony dispossessed. Yamida to Fali Luka. Brilliant look down there by the blonde hair striker. See Fali Luka Joel. It was so immense and efficient here for the Pepperest team. Fali Luka Joe, so strong on the ball. It reminds us yet again of a certain Galatasaray striker Victor Osimhen. Look at the kind of hairstyle he possesses and how efficient he has been every time he's on the ball. Fali Luka Joe, better.
And he has also similarities with the striker, the Galatasaray striker Victor Osimhen. He holds onto the ball, draws defenders to himself, and then pulls away from them. And not just about that, he has this presence that he has. His hold-up play is good, and he's been able to put the defenders of Supreme Kings on their toes. Especially for me, interestingly, is that battle between him and Albert Marvelous. It's been intense because Marvelous knows that if he gives this boy a chance, he might be able to get a shot on goal, and you cannot say that your goalkeeper will be able to get that one. So it's been a good battle.
Balakumo Sineto on the ball for Pepperest Academy. Sending in the ball there. Headed away by Michael Precious. Season Carlo struggles to control. Peter Lewis. And a infringement call. Opportunity takes us there ambitiously. On the reset to introduce Jason Chinedu for Supreme Kings. Headed away there by Oyim Prince, the captain now who has been saddled with the left back position for the Kingmakers. Chisom Carlo on the ball. Both teams are really jostling for that bragging rights. Maybe we could see a late salvation in this context. Just a little bit for us to make that difficult, permutation as where the pendulum of victory would swing to with the way both sides are playing. I must say that they've really sized each other up. Or maybe we are in. Am I envisaging a late heartbreak? That's a question begging for answer, Beto.
It's possible for a late heartbreak because of the way both sides have played. We've had 85 minutes in this encounter, just 5 minutes before the end of this game, and a goal can come from anywhere. You remember what DR Congo did to Cameroon in the Africa playoffs. The Cameroon thought it was all over until the last minute of the game. DR Congo scored and moved to the final. So it can happen to anyone. Just when you think that, okay, there'll be no goal in this encounter, a goal can come from anywhere.
Goal can come from anywhere. We'll have to see how it pans out here in the contest between Supreme Kings Football Academy and Pepperest Academy. It might be dubbed as a derby capital, the capital city derby, obviously living up to the billing. Yeah. Neither side will want to succumb to each other. But who owns the bragging rights here? The Enyimba International Football Stadium. The ball falls to Destiny. Michael, Prince Ohim. Jason Carlo being dispossessed. Devine Atoya picks out. Abbas, Marvelous now tries to return the favor to Atoya Devine. Balakumo, Senator, he wins it on the ball for Pepperest Academy. He's being dispossessed by a swarm of fresh-headed lads. He clears there. James Ikenna. You see what you see? The final decision was the hungry for Supreme Kings. And the certain Messi Anthony feels so disappointed with the last decision taken by Chisom Chinedu.
Of course, it should be. He was in a good position to take a shot, and what his teammates should have just done is to lay a square pass for him to be able to take a shot. But he decided to go for his own shot. But then it didn't come in, and was no threat for the goalkeeper.
A clash of heads there between Gostam Ihanacho and it looks like the ever busy Fali Luka draw the ground, the blonde hair striker for Pepperest Academy. He keeps on complaining. I'm pretty sure that's trying to gain that psychological advantage, trying to instill fears on his markers, even on the center referee.
Football is a psychological game. You win with every way possible. Trying to get the better of your opponent psychologically is legal in football, and I think that is what he's exactly trying to do.
You can just take the opportunity now. Finally, look at you. Obviously, that's an offside call against the blonde-haired striker for the Pepperest Academy.
With what Fali Luka has done in this game in the second half, and it got me thinking why he was on the bench and why he didn't start this game. Perhaps if he had started this game, it would have been different for Pepperest. You see what they do when they are attacking. They have this intent. He has also this area presence when he's attacking.
Obviously, that's the question. Only coach, the gaffer himself, Andrew has to provide the answers. Having started the seemingly dull, unproductive wisdom of Kechugu in the first half, who had not even a single shot on target, off target, let alone on target for Pepperest Academy. He saw the whole of the first half before he was being substituted on the ever influential Fali Luka draw. Getting to get another substitution from Supreme Kings, set number 23. To introduce Obinna Amachi. Obviously, he's taking the place of marvelous Albert. And Matthew Binder off. Marvelous Albert off. Let's see how it also will be impactful to the Kingmakers. This substitution effected by Coach Okechukwu AJ. He set it in the box. Relatively easy for goalkeeper. The towering and lanky goalkeeper Kintu Skelechi gathers safely for that ball. Amateur been on the ball. Miscue clearance there off the legs of Ikenna James. They keep on asking questions, the Kingmakers. As much as the opposition Pepperest Soccer Academy are also asking their own questions. Obviously, it has been a puzzle for both teams, but having not provided the answers, the much, hand-carved answers that both, gaffers will be and have a relation to come. Looks like another substitution, double substitution for Pepperest Soccer Academy, shirt number 3, Mazi Chiemezem V. Replaces the Federation Christopher Jerry. Then Okbe Emmanuel, jersey number 11, takes the place of the ever busy and influential player who has been on his toes. On the outside of this context, Okbe Emmanuel replaces shirt number. That's shirt number 2. Obamoyi Sunday. The name of me reminds me of a certain, gangly striker for Remo Stars, River Stars. And better. Obviously, what he did in the MPFL.
Absolutely. He had the memorable time in the MPFL, and he will always be remembered. And talking about this substitution now, we see that Igado Andrew, the coach of Pepperest, has thrown in almost everything he has into this game in order to make sure that he gets anything from this game. And we are already in the 90th minute of this encounter, and we might just be looking at a final moment in this game where we have a chance to get a goal.
Almost ambitious that there, taken by the number 14. Like almost the goalkeeper Ginto Skelechi almost made the mess of it. 3 minutes of stoppage time left to be played. 3 minutes of an additional time being added here. Could there be a less salvation in what has been a deadlock contest, Beto?
There could be. It's possible, and that is why it's football. You never say never until it's over. They still have about 3 minutes to play in this encounter, and this could just be the moment, the moment we've been waiting for to see a goal in this interesting encounter.
Taking the position number 3. That was the best of the corner kicks. Taken by the man resigning to do the call, Mazi Chiemezem for Pepperest Soccer Academy. Still a goalless affair here at the Enyimba International Stadium. The contest dubbed as the Derby Capitale, Supreme Kings Football Academy and Pepperest Soccer Academy. Amateur Binda. Win his business now. Michael has opportunity now. Barakumo Senator! The goalkeeper makes himself huge.
What a save that was. And like we were just saying, that a goal could come at any moment in this game. That was almost the tiebreaker in this game, and we've seen it.
Balakumo Senator, what a player he has been. Mazi Chiemezem delivers it again. Brilliantly this time. Opportunity. Obe. Being dispossessed there by Chisom Carlo. Now the break. Chisom Chinedu. Degomo. Played away by Edo Lucky, who retrieves back. The blonde hair striker, Palibuka Joyce, is still on the ground. Center referee calls. The attention of center referee is being called upon. He's been asked to pause the time as he resists the word. The referee, Gochwin Kenka. That was a moment we all thought would have been the action on the cake for the Pepperest Academy. But the goalkeeper, Kintus Kelechi, made himself so huge to deny what could have been a late salvation for the Pepperest lads. As much as we saw Coach Igado Andrew almost celebrating, putting his his hand to the air in delight that it wasn't to be for the gaffer himself. Already taken by Oyin Precious. Chinedu Chisum. Brilliantly done by the young striker. Interesting couple of step overs there. In a longer time, we're going to witness the end of hostilities. And the center referee is poised. Carlo Chisum. Oyin Prince. Opportunity now. Beggars. Possibilities. Led away halfway. Still inside their own box. Everybody do lucky. Another player who has been so useful and productive for Pepperest. Oyin Prince wins what could be one of the left kicks of this context in a very promising position for Supreme Kings Football Academy to be taken. Now the draw of Michael Precious. Obviously, Michael Precious alone standing on the ball, who has been saddled with no set piece responsibilities for Supreme Kings Football Academy. Every moments better on every chance here for Pepperest. It could be a heartbreaker here at the bet. Opportunity beckons here. Could there be a less salvation for Supreme Kings? He delivers it in the box. Goes inches wide. That was a wayward delivery.
Absolutely, it was a wayward delivery with a lot of red shirt threatening in the box. He could have just floated the ball into the box and allowed his teammates to try to get their heads onto the ball. But then, this could he couldn't get that one right, and that's a wasted chance for them to get the late goal in this encounter. And we've seen a late surge from both sides trying to get the late goal. We've seen the goalkeeper for Supreme Kings made two saves. That's Kintus Kelechi made 2 last-minute saves.
I must say that Coach Igado Andrew really he saved the best for the last. You look at all the introductions he effected. They've been so promising and productive. The likes of Yamida, shirt number 7, Afale Luka Drill, alongside Mazi Chemeze, all have been productive. What a play. Piece of football artistry there, being showcased by the young Kingmakers. Little wonder they brag as the Kingmakers. But sadly, there's no crown here for their effort.
Well, definitely they have a chance to crown all their effort, all they've done. They have a chance to crown it with this last free kick of the game. This will probably be the last action of the game, and it is time for them to be able to at least get something out of this game. And I'm not impressed that this free kick is happening. I'm seeing 4 red shirt outside the box, except that's a tactic. They've now moved into the box, and this is the last moment of the game. Let's see what they get from this.
Anthony Ohamesi on the ball, the ex-Golden Eaglet player for Supreme Kings. What a player he has been. He's asking, will he deliver the killer blow? Opportunity here. Beautifully strong in there. It's another flip, blows with the favor. He is spotted an infringement in the box. At the shirt of Edo, Lucky was being pulled by Divine Antonia. This time, we're hearing the final whistle has been gestured by the center referee. His body language speaks volumes. Zenwa, Emmanuel could be the last player with the last kick here. And finally, it becomes a reality. And in 90 minutes of football action comes to a climax. We saw a barring first 45 minutes. We all thought that would be a deadlock to be broken in the second 45 with Supreme Kings showing flashes of brilliance. Not long ago, the introduction of Fali Luka Drill and Yamida will change the composition and texture of the game plan of Coach Andrew Igado. But eventually, it's full time here at the Enyimba Stadium. Nothing to separate both sides. It ends here at the Elephant Park. Supreme Kings Football Academy new. Pepperest Soccer Academy new. Thank you for joining us.